So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the roving rogue reporter on tour in County Durham, and today we are at New Moors Farm. It's just outside Bishop Auckland, and it is the home of, if you haven't already guessed it, the Foody family. Jodie, Jack, Neil, and all the other hangers on as well. So we're going to go in, meet the horses, meet the team, and see what's happening for 2018. Go.
No, Sarah, I'm Lee Fletcher.
And what is it you do here, Lee?
As little as possible. Yeah, just come up, give Jack and Jordan and all of them, we just came in together and take the horses out and work them out and hopefully get results at the end of it.
So basically everything is what you do here, as
Yeah.
opposed to as little as possible.
About 15 hours a day.
Unpaid.
No, I get plenty of pay for it. Be good like that.
Okay, next up.
Jordy.
This is Jodie Foody, for anybody who doesn't know who this is, and he's not introducing himself, but this is Jodie Foody. Should I say that you're in charge? No, you're not in charge, right? Okay, so two people who aren't taking responsibility so far.
Yes.
And what is it you do here, Jodie?
I'm in charge of it.
I just visit.
You just visit.
Jack.
You're Jack, and what is it you do, Jack? Right, so, and who's in charge out of you two, you or Lee?
Me.
So you give Lee instructions.
Yeah.
Does he listen?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, right?
No.
Right, and next up, we've got another Jack. And what do you do here, Jack? Just help out.
He's the trainer.
That means all the rubbish jobs at the bottom.
I jogged them as well.
Jack trains the main man now around this side. See,
One of those days I just put harness on.
young Jack's got his 5 round there, or 6 or 7, whatever he's got in, and like this is big Jack side round there.
So all these I'm going to show now later on. This side are big Jacks,
Yeah.
and then we'll go and show you little Jacks.
Yeah.
Right, next up. This must be the boss.
This is the boss.
This must be the boss.
This is the boss.
Is he the boss? Yeah, you're the boss, right? Introduce yourself.
I'm Neil, I'm the dad.
You're the one.
Granddad.
You're the one in charge.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. I leave the horses to the lads. The lads do the horses. Jack, Lee, and little Jack does horses.
We just get
my
them.
role, probably,
Buying them.
yeah, probably, involved in the buying of them, and the picking of them, along with the lads.
Right. Well, that leads us on quite nicely to some of the horses that you've picked here. So we'll go and have a look at some of those. But before we do, the last member of the team. And what's your name?
Thomas Foody.
Okay, Thomas Foody. And have you got a horse here at these stables?
Yeah, just start the back over and
And what are you going to do with your horse this year?
well, I'm gonna put it in the pony race right now.
You're going to go in the pony races. There you go. You heard it here first. This kid is going places.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have a look at some of the horses that are here at New Moors Farm. Okay, Jodie, so who have we got here?
Buscombe Boy. He's a coloured one. He's won at Winchester last year, I think it was. He's had a couple of seconds and thirds. Should be a better horse this year for stopping pulling and being a little man, but see how we get on with him.
And what races are you planning
He's
on
in the
sort of
Star
targeting him?
Makers. He's going to go in that, and he's going in the Coloured Mile in Ireland, hopefully.
So he's going to venture across the water to Port Marnock later in the year then.
Yeah, into the coloured race.
And which one out of you two gentlemen over here is going to be at the reins?
Well, Jack drove him last year to win, but he started chewing his sound that about at the start and everything and working him, and Jack he was getting a bit too much for him. I don't even know where I'll be landing, but we're going to give him a go this year. But
So-
Jack's jumped off the seat. I'll give Jack a swap for Buscombe for the Coombe the Mare. Do you think I've had a good swap or a bad one?
Well, I'm not going to say anything. It's not my place to pass judgment.
This year will, he's all right. A little lot. I've been 2-3 on him at York. You know what I mean? He's all right. It's just he gets himself a bit excited at the start and that, and chews himself up. You know what I mean? But
He'll be all right. You'll calm him down, I'm sure.
We'll get some calming powders and calm him down.
There we go. So who have we got here?
This is all gone on over. Is he 4 or 5 this time?
4.
4-year-old. Been a good horse, but he hasn't showed what he can do as yet, I don't think. He ran well at Tregarron last year, won his heat, and he got pricked off the blacksmith, and he was a bit late for the final, so we didn't get the final. Hopefully he's drew up this year and he makes a better horse.
So as a 4-year-old then, I mean, his season would be starting at Tregarron in theory for the Senior Welsh Dragon now in May. Is that where you're planning on taking him?
Trying to hit with him, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, obviously because he's an American horse, he's not eligible for things like the Breeders' Crown, Sire Stakes, anything like that. So will you try the handicap
We'll
sort
try
of?
and get him. The big game will be at the
We hope
local
there's a big eight final in them, don't we? That's what we're after.
And-
local elite final.
So what grade is he now?
Or somewhere
I
like
think you
that.
did too.
He's a grade 2. So we'll start the season, hopefully, fingers crossed, at Tregarron now in the spring for the Senior Welsh Dragon. And then we could be Musselburgh,
Yeah,
could be Appleby.
Big handicap, that's what we'd ideally like to win with the market. And to be tough, we get like been a good time on the hard with it, but I think he'll come into his own on the grass. I think
There
he's
we
a better
go.
grasser.
So you've heard it here first. You've got high hopes for All Good Hanover this year. All being well.
All being well.
Yeah.
There we go.
If that Davy Douglas calls it no good on over again, he's getting punched.
There we go, Davey. You've had fair warning. Right, next up in the line, this is Some Fantasy, yes?
Some fantasy, he's 3, little some beach somewhere. He was a bit big for a 2-year-old, so we've left him. He's going nice at the minute, but I think it'd be a better horse the more age he gets to him. We'll just see how we get on with him this year.
Well, I've seen him out and he is definitely a big, big horse.
Yeah.
And Lee was saying to me earlier, he's a full brother to the Gilveers, Someone's Fantasy.
Young Jack qualified him last year at York, and he got turned away because he was born. Hopefully this year we'll get him to the track and hopefully like maiden and novice route with a bit of luck and see where he's at.
He is
I mean, you can't really expect him for like what he's done last year to be running against a 3-year-old this year, you know what I mean? Because obviously he's got a bit of time to find as he speaks, but you never know. I mean, he will make them one day, I think, because I think he's all right. He's a nice horse.
So you start him off as a maiden, down the maiden and novice route, and then see where it takes you.
Yeah, I mean, even if
We've
you...
staked him in 3-year-old races.
Well, he's eligible for the Little Welsh
Yeah,
Dragon.
he's in that. He's in a couple of others, a few, you know, just to see how he goes.
Just want to see how it progresses, really.
Just see how he comes.
Sorry, did you say he's coming to Corbywood?
I think he's in there.
No,
I was going to say, you're going to have some fun getting around the bends at Corbywood. He's quite a big horse.
He's not probably one of them. Major Retty, I don't know.
But hopefully that's the way
Icon
we're
as
going.
well.
Straight side icon.
You know what I mean? Maiden and then...
He might be a bit big for it.
So
Might even
basically,
go to Musselburgh as a maiden like his brother did.
well, that
That'd
could
be good,
be,
wouldn't it?
that would be good.
Take him there on the Friday and go back again on the Saturday.
Yeah,
Win.
and win. That's it.
Then have a look
So,
on the Friday and win on the Saturday.
so we've got options, is what we're saying. We've got plenty of options. Who's next?
This is Ronnie's our best horse.
Well, so tell the truth.
Tell them.
You only get the truth off the bands, you know, Sarah. They usually
Won a lot of times.
won a lot of times, yeah.
So this is the
Round
best
D, round
horse.
one. Many times we've won round D with him. What it is, Sarah, this horse here, Thomas is going to start off with Vegas, and then by the end of the season, he'll be on Rodney, and we'll, like obviously if they're making it bigger than ponies.
Pony race.
Okay,
This is
so
obviously-
we're starting on Vegas the pony at the beginning of the season, but by the end of it, you're planning to be on Rodney Camden.
You end up on Rodney. Well, just see what the height is with him, you know what I mean? Well, you'll go for that Thomas, won't you? You had loads of wins, him, hasn't he? And this is the best, isn't it? Yeah.
So this is the best one. So of these wins,
Yeah.
what wins would be most memorable so far with Rodney?
The one where me and you beat your dad that day, didn't we? By lengths. I remember. Aye. And we had some chocolate when we won.
See, that to me sounds better than prize money.
Yeah, it was. We were racing for last bars and Twixes, weren't we? And a nice kind of popper piece. It's all at the winning line, that's why we got there first, wasn't it, lad?
So what's the plans with Rodney for this year, other than the pony races?
He won his maiden last year. He's never really put onto the track what he shows you at home. He's had a few bits issues, hopefully as a 4-year-old this year he'll be better.
And he's another one for the Star Maker series, so hopefully we'll see him at a couple of... And you know, with the Star Maker series, obviously a couple of the tracks have been announced as staging these races. Where would you be planning to take him to?
But to be truthful, we're not that far forward with like actually working them at the minute. You know what I mean? They've done bits and pieces, but it's been bad weather, as you can see. You know, we're wet and everything. But hopefully this next month, or 6 weeks, we'll drop him in and we'll just let him tell us when he's ready. You know what I mean? We can only go when they're right, really, Sarah, can't you?
Yeah. No, definitely.
Somebody tell us we're ready to go. We'll try to make it this year if we can, that when we go to the races, like, go with what we think is 100% chance, you know what I mean? Rather than just make numbers to run round.
There we go, you heard it here first.
So I might not have no runners yet.
If the foodies are there, they've got a 100% chance of winning is what I'm picking up here, is Lee saying. Yeah. We're getting to the end of the line in this first barn of big jacks. So tell me about this one.
This is her major at the 3-year-old filly. She's had she's raced 3 times. The first time she won at York as a 2-year-old, first time out. Then she went to Ireland. She was second in 8 of the Vincent Delaney, which she probably should have won. In the final, she never went so good. Obviously, something happened. And come back home, but she was bad. She never raced no more after that.
But she was quite a nice winner at York earlier in the season in a maiden.
Definitely. She's I'd rate her as good on par like with all the English ones, you know what I mean? Definitely.
And so her
obviously you've got like Robin Camden and Reclamation, the Irish ones, which are like nice fillies and that, but I think as far as the English bunch is concerned, I think she's on par with them. No problem whatsoever. It'll probably just be the matter of a draw that wins or loses the races for her, you know.
And the plan for this season then is to try and take at least one of these 3-year-old races, or you got your eye on a few of them?
Hopefully she's in all the stakes races. That's what she'll be going in this year.
And of all the 3-year-old races she's staked in, which one would you really, really like to win?
Any of them.
If you had to pick one, and you can't have all of them, that's just greedy. If you had to pick one, yeah, because you've won the Dragon before.
Yeah.
So the Dragoness, that's one you haven't. That's not on the list yet. So that's the goal for this year with Air Majorette. So Acume de Mare, she was a winner of, was it 5 starts last year? 6? 6.
7, but they disqualified her for 1.
Okay, so 6 official wins last year. Quite a lot of prize money under that Le Trot 3-year-old series.
Yeah.
And then runner-up in the gold final by not much of a distance, actually, in quite a competitive final at Tier Prince. But one thing I have noticed, and you all seem to agree with me on, is that she has definitely grown and filled out now as a 4-year-old. And the news is that there's going to be a 4-year-old series for the trotters this year. Jodie, how much did you say that was worth?
I think it's for 20,000.
£20,000 is the £20,000 is the unofficial at the moment. It might be official. I need to double check, but the unofficial purse at the moment for the 4-year-olds. And how are things going with the Acume de Mare in terms of training? Is she coming along nicely?
Yeah, just the same as last year. Doing everything we asked her to do. She's going nice. She last year she won the was it the Derby at York?
3-year-old practice.
Yeah.
And she was the fastest 3-year-old for a mile and a half.
And for a mile.
And then for a mile she went 2:40 York, and she was the fastest 3-year-old over a mile.
It's just a class animal, this.
And you think that she really could step up this year now and go maybe one better?
Yeah, definitely.
They missed out on Musselburgh with her. Missed out on a few big races with them. She lost about 8 weeks training out whatsoever. She never got out stable at all, so...
And still, despite that, she went and won all those races and all that prize money.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a surprise story, because I didn't know that this old man was here. I'm not talking about you, Lee. This is Stamp Hill.
He's old as a woman. Yeah. They're going to say this. Stamp Hill, fucking Alexis had him for all his career, basically. Actually, I was the last person to drive this horse on the track at Woldingham last year.
And what, you just brought him home with you then?
No. Frank's got him back, and then Jodie went up and he was thinking, and he's just done about young Jack, just taking him just for a bit of fun, really, to see. Just gonna, if he gets to the races, and young Jack's gonna have a fair him in a field qualifier, see what he's like, and probably just put him in like the handicap, you know what I mean? Trying to bring him back down a notch type of thing.
Yeah, so he was a champion 2-year-old, 3-year-old and 4-year-old. He's running the free-for-alls.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna stepping back to the sort of the handicaps.
He's never had a win for a while, but obviously he's still been racing the top classes, hasn't he? I think we just bring him back down a peg and take him in the handicap all right, the little local trot should be round here, and then
And hopefully give Jack a bit of fun.
I just hope they see if he can handle them first, because I mean everybody will probably know Stamp Bill that's been to the races that he's probably not the easiest horse to drive, and there's only probably Rocker and Will Green on and myself that's actually been on him like all the time in race type of thing. I mean, I only go for once, but he's exciting. But I will say this, he's calmed down a hell of a lot.
Oh, he's been borderline passed out here. He's been that chilled out. Trying to get a picture earlier, and
he's definitely chilled out, like for one of another reason. But I think one of the main reasons why he's chilled out here, because and he probably wouldn't happen over Rock and Lexus, is that he's got a lot of female friends.
right.
And he goes courting with them on the night, you know what I mean?
So he's a bit of a ladies' man.
I think he's like relaxed, you know.
Now that he's getting his wicked way with the local ladies,
all that
he's
tension's been built up over the years, and
that's it. So that's another insider secret from
getting the release of it,
from the Foody stables.
No, it's just a chill factor, isn't it?
So there we go. So that's how to get your colts and your stallions quiet. Just let them
I'll
cause
put the good way.
cause havoc in the local area. There we go. So these two in here now are the newest arrivals at the stables. Tell me a bit about these.
Two French trotters for this season, 2 3-year-olds. We've decided to get 2 fillies. Just with having a good season last year.
So
hopefully these two's going to be alright.
you've given it another go then. So obviously again this year now is advertised there's going to be a £20,000 final for the 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
And there's 12 horses have come in. You've got 2 of them.
2 of them.
Have you had them out yet, jogging?
Yeah, we've had them out. We're pleased with them both. They seem to be better ones than last year. But it's a long way yet to see how we get on with them, you know.
No, definitely. But I mean, saying they're better ones than last year, and you're sitting with one of the best 3-year-olds in the country from last year. There's quite a high bar to follow for these
year,
two.
The other 2 weren't as good, you know. So these 2's better at these stages than what we had last year.
What do you think about them, Sarah?
Well, I'm slowly becoming a fan of the French trotters.
Are you?
I prefer the aged ones. I have made that known.
I mean, to be truthful with you, for the outlay, there's like big money to win with them, isn't there, really?
Well, that is the main draw, I suppose, is that it is a little bit of a lottery, and that you might have the best one, you might not have the best one. But particularly with the finals last year, there was finals for different levels. Yeah. So by the end of the season, you found the level you were racing at, and you had a chance of winning some good money, even if you were in the consolation.
Yeah.
For example, get a bit of a chance to get some of your money back, and even the heats for all those races when you were getting a chance to run in them, it's good prize money. It is good prize money.
And these can subsidise the paces, can they?
Yeah. Well, that would be good.
Can they?
I think
What you win on the trotters, you lost with the paces.
they'll take over the paces in a few years' time.
Do you think so, Jack?
Because there's nothing going in for the paces, is there? No one wants to help.
And would you fill your stable with French trotters if that's where the money was?
I'll fill a lot.
Definitely not.
You would.
Yeah.
Jodie, would you?
Yeah, I'd have a few more. Definitely.
Tell me a little bit about this horse then, Thomas.
It's an old pony, and it used to be yours, didn't it, when you were younger?
I used to ride in it.
Yeah, when you...
Give it you now, isn't it?
Yeah. And
You're going to be racing me, aren't you?
yeah, I'm gonna be going in the pony with it this year or next year, I don't know.
And have you had her out in the cart yet, getting her fit?
I have been on the back, and but I haven't been